Okay, we're back again. Kicking off and looking at the screen. Where the hell are... Oh, okay. So we've got 3 tiny little visitors creeping through a tiny little 4-inch doorway. Slutney.
It's a hag's tea party.
Yes, and you can hear this voice saying, "So, well, tell me about that Moongrave cow. What's she up to?" And the other one is, and they seem to be still going on with the theatrics and everything. Oh yes, it's just monotonous, endless, and everyone hates her. And the two are having pretty much a gossip session.
Eleanor's gonna like put her hand back. It's like, guys, stay still. There's somebody there.
Can we hear this out in the hallway at all?
Not really. No, Slutney, you can hear that there's some sounds going on. The 3 of you can see this creature, this person, just sipping tea, and I'll show this to you now.
They didn't hear me like smack the mirror with the clip. Is it like soundproofed room?
Apparently not.
There's your hat.
So
yeah,
you can see this grey.
My hat.
A grey-skinned, black-eyed, black-fingernailed woman with a cowl and a very traditional witch's hat. Again,
I like
the
her style.
Smile a little bit too big, and she's sitting in a large armchair sipping tea.
She's stolen my outfit, my robe outfit. That can only be 2 of us.
All that evil vibe aside, she just needs to die so you can get the hat.
The hat, yeah. I'll just make sure that, guys, she called Ungo ugly. Let's kill her. I heard it. I promise. Not really, guys. I just stole the hat.
Fry's like, I don't want to go. It's like.
And the other person in the room looks like a toad-like creature with lank hair hanging down, sort of from the sides above the ears. Enormous, oversized eyes, and a large mouth that's just like a slash with tiny little teeth. And she's also dressed quite elaborately, but it's filthy clothing. So there's lots of Elizabethan thrills and a fancy frock and so on, much like the bullywugs downstairs.
Maybe we can just ask nicely.
Well, so Slapney, he had shouted down the hallway to the others before he went around the corner. Yep. So he'll wander down to where the others are.
God.
Down here.
Oh god. No, I don't like this at all.
So for you three to see this is you just walking under that. It looked like a big open area, but you're walking what looks like underneath a cupboard or wardrobe or something like that. You're under a piece of furniture that's got 4 legs. Slapney, over to you. You're peeking at them through the hole. What do you want to do there?
So he'll start getting through, and he'll just whisper forward to them. Remember, they have to be hospitable until they find a reason not to be.
I'd rather not give them reason. Wouldn't trespassing be hospitable? Would be a reason to not be hospitable?
Well, we're not trespassing.
Let's find out.
We're just visiting. We've been sent by that king dude.
We were escorted here.
Yes, by that one guy.
And Eleanor.
King.
Yes. Eleanor and Celeste and Phryne, you're sort of, you feel this quiver, and then all of a sudden, the ceiling just drops on you.
Oh.
Slapney,
Can we
jump out the way?
You watch them. Instead of they think that they're getting slammed from above, like the whole floor is smashing into them. The ceiling is smashing into them. What's actually happened is they have resumed their full size.
Return to normal size.
Oh
And there's
no!
That was
there's
gonna
not enough
happen.
room in there for them.
Now let me just. This is going to take a little bit of jiggery pokery here.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Are we going to see some massive tokens here, are we?
Let me throw something in here.
No.
This is funny. This is very good.
While
This is
that's all
not okay.
happening, seeing that the hallway goes to the east, Ungo wants to go listen at this door to the east. Like,
Yeah, okay.
actively listen.
Fuck.
Okay, so the three of you, Ungo, can you just roll a perception check for me?
Yeah.
And you think you can hear a bit of a voices going on, and you hear
Six.
you like a mutter. There's clearly some conversation going on in there.
Mavis.
Has it been over an hour, by the way, since we got here?
Yeah, probably.
Uh,
Didn't we take a short rest?
Inside this building? No,
Okay.
no short rest inside the building. Since you've been rode here.
I was thinking about her disguise self spell.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking about.
The disguise self. Oh, that was from when you were in.
Yeah, like
yeah.
way
No,
back.
that would be beyond an hour now.
Okay.
Okay, so let me. Oh my god. Okay.
That's fine, guys.
It's not fine. It's not fine. It's
Yeah.
not fine.
I have a plan.
This is the complete opposite
I
of
got
plan.
this. I got this. It's fine. It's fine.
Where are we?
How long
Just like as we're getting bigger, it's like this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea, but we can't go back.
I'll give you a bit of a spiel. Two creatures having a conversation over tea. The first is seated in a time-worn chair, tall, lean, grey, dressed in black. The other figure's a toad-like creature, bulging eyes, cracked skin. Looks like toad-like, but it's dry and chafed, and there's rash all over it. Clad in a shapeless garment, sitting in a love seat with its legs sort of pulled up underneath it. As she opens her mouth to talk, flies sort of flit in and out of the mouth. The mouth, when she's not talking, just sort of hangs agape.
Oh my
Slack,
god.
you might say.
And there's two tiny versions of her sort of fawning over her, stroking her hair, twirling it in their fingers, fluffing up her frills around her cloak. The room's filthy, there's dishes, discarded food everywhere. The furniture's probably once fine quality, but of mysterious origin, like how the hell did it get here like this? The upholstery's been patched.
I think they're squatters.
You have just burst up into full
Oh.
size.
Hello.
Let's
We're
see.
sorry to interrupt.
Now, you've got this.
A little bit turned around.
What are your three strengths? Because this thing might be pinning you to the ground.
+2.
+2. Who's that?
+1.
I'm 14 +2. Me.
Oh no, +0.
So Franny's a +2,
I'm
Nicole-
10.
Celeste is +1.
+1, and a +0. Okay.
I just imagine we're all just entangled with a big wardrobe on top of us.
Yeah. I think.
And then it's just teetering there.
Okay, so you enlarge to your normal size. You are pinned underneath the cabinet, weighing. You've got this huge, oak cabinet pinning you down. You are prone. You are restrained, and you're lying there, just like the Wicked Witch of the East. I think the house landed on.
Oh god.
But instead
God.
of 2 feet poking out the end, there's a head and 2 hands, and these two creatures sipping their tea look across to you, and one of them says, visitors.
Says what now?
Hello. Don't suppose you could give us a hand? Here.
Are they like stuck from the roof as well? Are they big enough to fit into the room if they can get out from underneath this cabinet?
Yeah, what you see is human-sized feet.
And did they change to that size once they were all the way through, or
No, they'd been under there for a little while, watching.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So they passed through, then all of a sudden it just happened a bit later on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So they were doing the spying, looking, like a mouse in the corner,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, poof.
All right. Slappy's going to run off around the corner.
Okay.
Back around his way.
All right.
Like, we've brought offerings, we'd be poor guests without offerings.
Yes, we've been sent by T and Bauble, Trinket and Bauble. We're looking for their employer.
Okay. The eyebrows sort of arch. Let's see. I'm just fixing up Slapney while I'm on it. Eyebrows arch. Trinket and Bauble. This is the grey-skinned woman, and that would be you, says the toady one. The toad-like creature looks at you and says, let's see. Out of Celeste, Eleanor, and Franny, what are your dexterity pluses?
Yes.
+1.
-1.
Celeste is +2.
Okay, so Celeste, you win the passive dexterity initiative test. You're pinned there. You're talking and stuff, but do you want to try and wriggle out or force your way out or do anything other than
Yes.
talk? What
Yes,
might
definitely.
be that thing that you want to do?
Kind of want to try to like push everybody off of me and try to pull myself to my feet a little bit.
Okay, can you roll a athletics check for me?
Yep.
And tell me what you get.
Oh.
A 6.
6.
Okay. So the rest of you see Celeste tossing and turning.
Ow, that's my ribs.
Which means leaves Eleanor. You can have a crack. Athletics.
I have to pop out for 1 second. I will be back.
Okay, no worries.
Another 6.
A 6. Oh my god. Okay.
Again.
Franny, come on, muscles.
All right. I'm gonna fucking smash it out of the park with a -1.
Okay.
Athletics?
Athletics, yeah.
Oh.
Should be +2 from you from memory.
22, boy.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Nat 20.
Okay.
With help from the other two girls.
Okay, so Franny, you sort of step out and sort of dust off and stand up.
Brush myself off.
Yeah, try to regain your composure. And the toady sort of looking one turns to you and says, "So, what act of desperation compels you to enter my home, little darling?"
Well, first, as a great show of hospitality, I have brought a gift. So she like unslings her bag and she pulls out a bottle of music that she won at the fair.
Ah, right. What was it?
A bottle. It's like a wine bottle
Yes.
of music.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Okay, she looks at that and goes, "Ah. Welcome, darling."
Just like good hospitality. Don't want to piss them off.
Okay, and I'll give, while this is going on, Celeste and Eleanor can have another try. Ungo and Mavis, I'll pull poor old Clapperclaw out there if you want.
I think Mavis and Ango would be playing like some game to
Yep.
pass time.
Okay.
I'm listening at this door, seeing if I could hear anything about.
You can hear a conversation,
Yeah.
but other than that, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I failed again.
Okay.
Hello, any help here?
Ready to burst in and start stabbing
still
people if
under
things go
here.
wrong.
Okay. This little lawnling, a little frog-like creature comes zipping over to you and sort of looks down at you. It doesn't look like it has any strength in it at all, but it sort of tries to lift a bit and fails dismally.
Oh,
I'll try and
thank
help.
you.
I was like, let's get them out.
Okay, you can
Sorry, I'm just gonna help.
Okay, so you grab a corner and brace your legs, and then can you roll a
Oh.
athletics? You can have advantage because Celeste is there pushing up as well.
Okay. How do I roll with advantage?
Or you just roll
fine.
twice.
Okay.
Right click
Hold.
and you can select it.
Or you can hold
Oh.
shift too.
Nice.
All right, Boomski, and
Let us out.
a natural 20. Okay, so what you do is you just flip the whole thing and free both of them, and they can sort of stand up.
Flip it. It's more like kind of just like prop open an end
Okay.
to like for them to crawl out, and just like gently lower it back down. Because I mean, like even though the whole place is in disarray, it's like let's just not cause any more.
Okay.
Any more.
So
Ah.
she gestures and says, I guess you'd better stand. We don't have quite enough seats for all of you.
Oh yes. Hi. We're here. You know, on a recommendation of King. What's his name? Damn.
I don't know.
The frog dude. The toad man. It's been 2 weeks. What's the guy that we just were at the
King of the what species are they?
She
Okay.
says they're
I have
always
so much
kings
going
are
on.
all, the kings change every couple of days.
Yeah, I just can't keep up with it. But the current king, yes, he had us escorted here, and we had a run-in with Trinket and Bauble, and they advised that their employer Charm might be here. Anyway, we have a book to give back to you from the king. And she pulls out the big book of bad blood, and
She looks at it and she goes,
this is for Slackjawed.
where did you
Lorna.
get this? And she slaps it shut.
The king. The frog king man, he was reading it and he gave it to me to give back to you. He said that you'd misplaced it.
She says, this is my hit list.
Oh, I thought it might be a hit list.
And she sort of puts it in this little TV magazine stand next to her couch.
A pleasure to meet you. And she sort of gives a little bow.
She says, so is that why you're here, to return my book?
Well, that's why I'm here. I mean, I think my pals here have a different motive. I'm just sort of here for the ride and steps aside.
Fuck. It's been quite a bit. I am trying to remember, but I am put on the spot in a room full of like potentially deadly NPCs, so I am panicking right now.
I think
Friday
they
has
said
drawn a
something
blank.
like they're here. They're here because they lost some stuff. I don't know. I've only just been filled in. I've only met these guys today.
So Frony,
But they lost some stuff, and
Frony, you're feeling a strong sense of something of yours is nearby.
Oh,
we have some other
that's
friends in the
peculiar.
hallway also.
What's that?
bullshit. We did not come alone. We have
Friends in the
we
hallway.
have some friends in the hallway.
Ah!
You hear this,
Perhaps we should invite them in.
Eleanor? You can hear that. You can see that there's this little toad-like thing with its ear at the door, and it's talking in some sort of little, very little quick language to the others, and listening.
Ooh.
And
I was just
What
thinking we
language
should
is
search
this
these other
speaking?
rooms while they're distracted.
Did Slapney come around the corner yet? Back into the corridor?
yeah, he has.
He'll say, Ungo, knock on the door. Yeah, knock on the door.
Knock on the
If
door,
he moves-
Ungo.
if he moves out of the way, Slapney will just run forward and just knock on the door there.
Okay, you knock on the door and it opens, and you see this little toad thing peeking up, going ah.
And Slapney will say, please, may we come in?
It sort of flops and flaps back a little bit, and gestures for you to come around.
Slapney will come in.
Oh, we have titles now as well.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Yes.
Ungo tried to jump out of the way and hide, but he thinks he's seen, so he'll go into.
Okay.
Yes, I'm Eleanor, Duchess of the Three Ponds, and these are my friends.
He's gonna move his dagger like behind his forearm so it's not visible.
Okay. She sort of looks over her shoulder at you and says, "Well, come in," and gestures over to here by the fireplace, where you're sort of forming a bit of a circle.
Slapney will walk over there.
No, go ahead.
So he'll just bow and say, "I'm the Pondflower Knight."
She sort of looks at you with this, and her jaw starts to just slide open.
Mavis will quickly try to assess the situation, and his facial expression would change to that of a stern customs officer. Yes, I'm here looking for one called Charm, I believe.
Eleanor's just gonna
Okay.
put her hands on her face. And this is our theatrical companion, Mavis.
Ungo, where are you?
Excuse you, young lady. I'm an officer of the
He's
law.
a method actor.
Humour him.
Humor him, please.
The toad-looking creature looks a little bit confused, and then looks over at the other woman, and she just sort of, her eyes glitter watching you, Mavis.
Charm, I believe. Is Bubble and what was the other guy's name? Bubble and Trinket.
Trinket and Bauble.
Are Bubble and Trinket you employees?
Oh no.
Well, I ask you a question, madame.
She sips.
Oh god.
Yeah. She says, "They serve me."
Well, your servants, as they may be, they are engaging in unlawful sales of perishable goods at the dock.
And they're illegally parked.
Did she say?
Oh,
She says.
We'll get there when we get there.
Mavis, the lawmaker is right here. The person who makes the laws is right there.
The king makes the laws, Sir. King Polly something walk the 18th.
Okay. Bavlorna
Like you
looks.
said, he's very
Bavlorna looks
ethical.
around at you, or the toad creature looks around at you, and she says in her best, Arnold, no, what's his name? Sylvester Stallone. I am the law.
Oh god.
And she.
He is very theatrical. We're thinking about going into theatre.
She says,
Well,
"So why are you here?"
Oh. Well,
You have delivered me.
I seem
You
to
have
have-
delivered me your book.
yes, that's my job done. And sink into the background.
She looks to you, Franny. With the,
well, I seem to have misplaced something.
Not misplaced.
A few years ago.
you paid the price.
Okay.
Pay the price.
And what price was that?
The price of illegal entry.
Ooh. Damn it. I am not charismatic. I am not charismatic.
She says
Try anyway.
She says you paid the price for illegal entry into my carousel.
Is it what?
Do you mean carnival?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I didn't go on the carousel.
Oh, what did I say? Carousel? Carnival.
Yeah.
Okay, Mavis just gonna drop the axe and say, "Okay, no, we need to have a talk later."
Yeah.
Never mind. Wait,
Wait, what
Pro-
are you informed
woman
of? I thought the carnival was property of someone else.
Yeah, that's my actual point. I believe
go
the
for it.
carnival is run by Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, and you don't look like either of them.
Uh-huh.
And aren't they proprietors of aren't they patrons
She has
to another one?
She has
to someone else?
She has a sip of her drink, and then she looks around at you and says, "They serve me."
Yeah, but that's not how ownership laws work. Doesn't really matter. Do you have anything that belongs to my friends?
I think I might somewhere hereabouts, but it's not hers anymore. She looks at you. Do you want it back?
I would like it back. Hesitantly, because I should have it back.
And she she crooks her neck around at you, Mavis, and she says, "And how about you, thespian?"
Yeah, exactly. How about me?
Lesbian.
Have we met before?
You may have bumped into one of my lawnlings here.
He'll look around and hopefully meet some eyes that he could recognize.
Well, yeah, I don't think you do. Though something zipped past you, a flash, and slammed into you. But remember very quickly. Remember you're casting your mind back to when you were like 10 years old. She says something of yours is hereabouts, I think.
Is it now?
It's mine now, but I'm willing to look into some trading.
I don't trade for what is mine.
I'm sure we can come to some sort of amicable agreement, can't we, Mavis?
What would you be after for these things to be returned?
Let's just clear things up here. I'm not returning anything. They're mine now. You paid the price of entry.
Now wait a minute. Franny and I got tickets. They let us in.
Yes, if I recall correctly,
She
is
takes
that
She takes a sip of her tea.
Oh my god, this bitch.
Candlefoot gave us tickets.
I think it sounds like there's been some sort of misunderstanding here.
There is. She thinks she deserves the stuff and she's stealing it.
What are you
Isn't
doing
that
with someone's
against
shadow
the-
anyway?
Sorry?
And
What
isn't
do you
that
want to
against
do
the
with your
law?
Why have you
And
got a
isn't
shadow? What do you want to do with it anyway? Give it back.
He doesn't. She doesn't have his shadow.
No, but
Let's calm down a bit here. Do you guys have proof that you bought tickets?
Candlefoot gave us tickets.
Because we returned his owlbear that had been parted with him the last time that the carnival came.
Yeah, we earned those
Don't know
tickets.
anything about owlbears. Maybe one of my sisters.
Well,
Speaking of
can
your
you just
sisters,
ask this person to vouch for you?
She says, I only know of the things that my lawnlings have collected in payment, and I know of 2 of these. I don't know about the rest of you lot.
So, just if your lawnlings happened to have unlawfully collected, I'm not saying they did, but if by chance they had unlawfully collected these things, is there some sort of agreement that could be reached to maybe, honorably return them? Or...
If it was unlawful, that would violate the rules.
yeah, I think
So
it's,
if
how
we
you people-
acquire proof,
However, all of that aside, I do have some things needing doing. If you're willing to undertake some labours, I will dig out your things and return them to you in trade. Reciprocity.
Franny just looks at
A reciprocal
Franny just
agreement.
Franny just
one-
looks at Mavis. I'm like,
Yeah. But what I think that for one, we are to know how loosely she and her people work with the rules. That's one. 2, isn't she and her sister responsible for the, let's say, disappearance of the rightful owner
Shut
of the
up.
place?
One thing at a time.
No, I think it's a good time to unleash everything. After all, in a
Oh
few
my
minutes she'll
God.
be dead.
Oh my god.
Like we said, he's very theatrical. It's,
Oh, yeah.
What did you lose? You could. Okay.
Yes, and I
a new
like to
play that we're working on.
and I'm very keen on using my props, and he'll pick up his crossbow.
Oh,
Uh-huh. Yeah, there we go.
Mavis.
More like it.
No. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh yes.
Well, you know,
Guys, why don't we hear them
I
out?
think
She's offering a
give us
trade. Why don't
something-
we...
Yeah.
well, based on how the
Yeah,
rabbits
yeah.
operate, we can offer her life.
Yeah,
Right?
alright,
That's a
I will.
nice trade.
for
I'm
Um,
not going to
uncanny
attack
how-
someone
how-
innocently.
Why don't we hear her out, at least?
okay. So
It's like, you know what?
to humour everyone, because I know some are interested in seeing what the trade is. Before I say, let's go initiative.
Fuck.
She says, I'm sure I can dig out these things that I had. I'm not really using them, I guess. All I need from you is I've got a blocked cistern down the bottom there. If you can unclear it for me.
See?
If you can
I think that's very reasonable.
If you can unclear it for me, then I will return your things. But that's 2 things for one job, and
A quick
Let's
question.
see.
What was the name of the warlock that lost the connection with the
Magic.
Medric? Okay.
Yeah. And she says, if you're looking for things that you have to recover from my sister has a painting of mine, a portrait. And if you bring that to me, if you vow that you will bring it to me, I will give you your 2 lost things this day.
I think that's a very reasonable compromise.
So if we do the first one, clearing your own blockage, then we get 1 thing. And then if we get the painting, then we can get the other thing.
Give me 1 thing and meet me back here. I'll finish my crumpet here and my chat with Charm.
All right.
I'm turning
Well,
I'm turning British. I always tend to do this.
I suggest we complete the 1 thing, get Mavis's compassion back,
So just for
and then
Slatney's ears,
maybe
what are the 2 things that this lady's got? It's Mavis's
Mavis is something.
compassion
thing.
Mavis is something.
and
She's
Phryne's
Pez.
and Phryne's
Sense of
pain.
pain.
Right.
And
Thank you.
Ungo's shadow.
No, somebody, Endelin's got that.
Right. Okay, that's the bit that
and
I had. Right.
something from Celeste.
We don't know what Celeste is.
She feels something missing. She doesn't know what it is. But it's not.
Something mysterious from Celeste.
But it's not here. She doesn't feel.
So from you 2 then, from Mavis and Bryony.
All right. Well, Slatney will roll up his sleeves and say, "Well, show us to this cistern then."
What do you think, Mavis?
Yeah.
You got some.
No.
You got some gloves.
Yeah. No, Slapney. No offense, but I don't think this matter concerns you.
Yeah, what do you think, Mavis?
Well, I think that's a lot of work to get back what is mine. I think I'll just have it.
Uh-huh.
Mavis, you know what I really like doing in this world? Is fucking living. Get your fucking pasty ass downstairs to that goddamn well, and you better start plunging, motherfucker.
Ungo.
It's gonna sort of.
Well, by all means, help yourself if you want. And Mavi's gonna try to cast Hold Person.
Do it.
Oh god.
All right. Initiative.
I only met these people today.
Oh my god, I'm just like, why? I did not sign up for this. I just wanted to go clean out the well. But no. As soon as he casts, it's like, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Great.
Super annoyed with Eleanor for saying they were everyone. So he is totally
Sorry?
ready to do it.
You
Sorry, you
cut
dropped
out
out then.
totally there.
Super annoyed with Eleanor. He thought everything was perfect. Oh yeah, they aren't here for the book. They're here to do stuff, and then I don't even know them. And oh, there's people in the hall. What the hell? So he's 100% got Mavis's back here.
I think Eleanor needs to work on her like undercover work.
Eleanor is a low wisdom.
What was that?
Icarus and a low wisdom.
Sorry, it
looks
wasn't
at Eleanor and says, what are
attached.
we even here for, Eleanor? We're just trying to help, Eleanor. You and me, we're just here trying to help these people.
Yeah,
Exactly. We're helping. You are helping. I didn't want to be here. Well, I mean, I do. It's like I just wanted to end this peacefully. I didn't want to get into combat.
Well, you
No,
get
I
like your
think
turn.
but no, go like,
On
oh,
your
by the way,
turn,
we have
try to
people
end it.
on the outside ready to bust in. Just if you want to be alert to any
She
dangers.
didn't know that. You just knew you were there and you wanted to meet these people to get stuff
Yeah, I
done.
mean, yeah.
Just trying to help.
It's funny, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So on your turn, try to end it peacefully. Go ahead, go for it.
Franny is not having a good time. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my fucking god.
Please try to hide behind the rules.
Okay.
Trying to hide
we
behind
clear
rules
the
after you
system?
usurp the throne.
8,
No.
10.
Can we clear the system for you, Franny?
Yes. Yes. I would
Oh,
love
no,
to
wouldn't
end this. I would love to end this peacefully
Ah,
and alive.
It
Alright.
seems like the direction to go to, but
Mainly alive.
okay, I think I've got it. I think I've got everyone. I'm sorting and descending. I think, do we not have...
have we supposed to be rolling for initiative, are we?
Celeste,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the party never really explicitly discussed what the goal was. Ungo was under the impression we try to dictator that
keep
had
cutting out.
usurped the throne. I don't know
I mean,
why
there are
that
like
happened.
three main things. One, the carnival got taken over by the crones. Two, the Maverick or whatever his name is lost contact with his patron, who was the ruler of this place that got deposed by the witches.
Yep.
Three, get our stuff back.
Yeah, every
Yeah,
every
well,
All that we
indication
know
is that this
you're
woman
lost
is
something.
Yeah. But the thing
every
is,
indication
I know.
is this woman
Alright,
is evil. Everybody hates
You
her.
told us
She
is
took
that you
over the
lost some stuff and
carnival.
You want to ask for it back?
Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
Let's...
So we're like,
I get
oh,
it. It's,
maybe we
it's
can
funny as
just
hell,
ask
but
Master.
Yeah,
All right,
like,
let's...
I get what you're getting at. I totally do. But
but what?
can you specifically tell me is that we can easily take on Charm, that hag, and potentially we can take on those two tiny things, but not
don't be
those
a
two
coward.
big ones.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
fun.
I'm gonna fall. Okay, let's be realistic with every session that Franny has been in. She has gone unconscious, like 4 times. And the last time I didn't go unconscious because I wasn't here.
Oh.
Don't worry, we have our little scarecrow with us, so I'm sure everything's gonna be fine.
He's in the mix.
That's Clapperclaw's got it.
Okay, Lawnling Red goes. And he just blurs into this... Almost goes invisible. He moves so quickly.
Whew.
And he runs around to you, Mavis.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls
Do I
out...
get an opportunity attack on him?
he'll go here. But the means that Eleanor would, though. Oh, no, you don't have it. You haven't been yet. So there's no... You don't have your reaction yet till you've had your turn. Yeah, so he'll go around here. And he's going to
Right, a second.
stab you with a dagger, Mavis.
Okay.
With a natural 20, hitting armor class 28,
Yeah, sure.
doing... Uh, 14 damage.
14. Okay.
He stabs you again, hitting armor class 22,
Ugh.
Sure.
doing 10 damage,
Oh, come on. I'm down.
and he stabs you a third time.
Oh, a third
Okay.
time when he's down. Ugh.
Yeah, so that's 2 save throws. Or 1.
Doing 9 damage, or two saving throws.
2 saving throws, yeah.
Okay.
That went pretty smooth, I guess.
And and Lorna goes 21, and she opens her mouth and she just leans down and just scoops up Mavis into her mouth, and her whole jaw, distends, and her slack jaw bolts out into this huge thing, and she goes, and she sort of
jaw Lorna.
She really struggles, and then she goes.
I'm sorry. Have you guys seen Stories to Tell in the Dark, the movie? There's that one car accident. That's exactly what I imagine is happening right now.
And she says, "We were saying," and she puts a little finger in her teeth.
What is that? It? She's just talking now.
Let's see. No, that's the bite.
I mean, if it's an attack, Mavis is dead.
Widdershins swallow. No, it's not an attack. It's a swallow.
It doesn't do damage. That's the question.
No,
action.
No.
Gosh.
And she looks to you, Eleanor. Charm is still sipping her tea in her chair.
I mean, I'm next in the order, so
Are you?
I might die anyway. Yeah,
No.
I hit pretty high initiative.
Oh right,
I hit
yeah,
like
yeah.
22.
Yeah.
Why do you have 2 failures? I thought you got hit once when you were down.
But it's auto crit from melee, so that's 2 saves.
Oh, it was a crit?
I mean, it's auto
Oh
crit
yeah,
when
wasn't
you're hitting someone
Mavis
that's down.
meant to be next?
Yeah, so I mean, me and Slug Joe had the same initiative.
Yeah.
I don't know
where's
why
his
I'm
turn
not
gone?
in the turn order anymore. I had 21.
Oh, you should still be in the turn order. I can see you there.
Am I? I don't see
I
myself.
can't.
Oh, it's okay.
I don't
I'll
see
call
it.
it anyway. You'll be.
Yeah,
It should be his turn next.
I think
right?
I think it's just because I dropped you into the GM layer, but I can move you back
Yeah,
out.
that'd be
That
it.
might bring it back in.
Okay.
It's just you're not actually in that spot. That's all.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
5 feet.
So it's
That makes
his
sense.
turn, right? Not mine.
Yeah, so on top of my turn, I either die.
Right. Okay. Yes. This is. Oh my God. This is true.
So I guess it's my turn, right?
Do you want to roll it?
You got
Do you want to roll it?
inspiration,
Do you want
Mavis?
Mavis, do you want to roll it secretly? Because
Secretly? Okay, yeah.
Because the rest of the party won't know.
Yeah, so I think it's like a roll whisper to DM, kind of.
You could do that.
Yeah.
You could do that, or I'm happy to trust you rolling it, and then or you could do the whisper thing if you want, and then tell everyone once it actually matters.
Yeah, how do you whisper in Roll20? Like whisper roll?
On the die, there's a thing you can click that says GM on the top of the die menu on the left side.
Oh, okay, I see it, yeah. And that's just straight D20, so...
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so I see it, and I know whether you are now dead or not dead.
All right.
Eleanor, she looks at you and picks her teeth.
Exactly.
The charisma character. Speechless.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, well, it's actually entirely reasonable for you to be sort of like struck and hold your
Done.
yeah,
Just
basically.
hold my action because I really don't know what to do.
Well, you can't actually delay your action. You can ready something just in case.
Yeah. I'm
Just dodge.
just gonna say
Dodge.
I am very sorry.
Okay.
Mavis, can we have it back, please?
Okay. Can you roll the persuasion for me?
Unconvincing. Yes.
I think she's too scared. I think it was just the fear of watching Mavis get eaten like an anaconda.
Let's have a look. This is crazy.
I didn't roll very well. 5. I rolled a 5. No, an 8.
All of us
But 13
are
total.
shooketh.
Okay, so your
Can we have it back, please?
Rebecca, your persuasion was higher than her her pride allows, and she sort of and shrugs a little bit, and then just goes, "Blah," and Mavis just sort of falls in a heap of slobber on the floor at your feet.
Mavis! Mavis!
And he's like,
You alive?
Lean down.
"Oh, it's
Lean
Can
down
I
and have a
use
look.
my action to poke him? Like, give him a
Well, no,
little
lean
shake?
down. Is there a pulse or anything?
uh,
Can I check his pulse?
Slapney will just lean down and cast Cure Wounds.
okay." So a medicine check is
No,
Still
you-
in
no, you turn
initiative order?
a medicine check
Yeah.
is an action, and you've done persuasion, which is an action too.
Yeah.
So you've done your
Okay.
thing, and you sort of tow him. He's definitely not, awake, but you don't know much more. But it's Ungo, and if you want to step in and
Well, that wasn't very hospitable.
Shut up.
Ungo, you're
I'm just gonna turn to Ungo. Shut the
Mavis, are you dead?
he doesn't say anything.
I want to do a medicine. I'm gonna try to stabilize him / check if he's dead.
Okay, roll a medicine.
Okay.
Okay.
9.
All right. So
Not good. But I might know if he's dead.
you do know that he's not dead, and you can feel a
Ah.
you can feel a heartbeat.
I want to say that too. He's not dead.
She looks at you. You're quite low for her, seeing as you're kneeling on the ground as a goblin, and she says, "Yet."
All right. Well, I guess we better go clear out that pipe.
Oh, how have it turned?
And what are you going to do? She allows you to take this with you, and she sort of gestures. I kept turning posh English. Take this with you.
That is a typical
Friday's just
bad
gonna.
guys,
Friday's. It's like Friday's. Oh, I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
I think heal him and then let's drag him out of here.
Okay.
We'll fix him.
All right. You're the fixers, and you
Yep.
you go
We can
out.
fix it. We have the technology.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
First of all-
unclog your drain.
Okay. All right.
Shout, it's really
Friday's just gonna like grab it. It's like kind of like rub her hands together, grab the front of Mavis's shirt, and then just like pimp slap him. Just like as she
That's
casts.
another death
Spare the
saving
dying.
failed, and Mavis dies.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, spare the dying. Spare the
You're
dying.
healed already. You're healed already.
She's
But the
just.
dying doesn't clear death saves.
I'm not sure if Mavis wants us to save him.
You got healed.
Maybe he wants it this way.
What? You touch it.
Joking, don't worry.
But
So
the dying stops you
Mavis-
from having to roll death saves, but it does not clear the ones that you already failed.
No.
Once we're out of the room, Slapney will cast Cure Wounds on
Okay. So
No, but is
Mavis.
roll your health. Roll your healing.
Yep.
And you hear Mavis take a big intake of breath, and you,
Well, Mavis.
you
Okay, you fucking witch, let's go.
Mavis. Calm down.
grab.
yeah.
Can we
That
grab
was
him?
bravely done, but it didn't work out.
That lawnling is basically a quickling. They're incredibly fast, and he ran up your back, stabbed you twice in the neck, and then once you hit the ground, he stabbed you again.
I'm just gonna like look at him. It's like you are not
Yeah.
smart. Is that what you lost? Your sense of self-preservation?
I will not talk about it.
Well, don't worry.
Slapney
We'll come
just-
back. We'll
Slapney
come back.
just shrug and say, it doesn't cost anything to be nice to people. Let's go look at the system.
People, sure.
I agree
Giving
with
hugs,
Slappy.
Okay, you appear back downstairs, facing this this troublesome cistern.
Oh, this is the cistern
Yep,
with a mirror in it.
yep.
Is she looking at herself while she's taking a shit?
Cistern's usually a place to store drinking water.
Oh, the cistern in British English is like the thing at the back of the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's
yeah.
still a container
tank,
for water. It's not.
Yeah.
Anthony, I'm still
Typically.
left in the previous map. I don't see anything.
Yeah, same here.
I
there
see
we
you
go.
down here.
Oh, there we go. Ah, right. Yep, it's the same map. Gotcha.
Oh, it's the same. Okay, yeah.
Same map. Same map.
problem here.
Yeah. So just back down to the basement.
Okay.
What
Are
do you
you
do?
people really trying to unclog that woman's toilet?
I don't think it's a toilet. Is it a toilet?
No, it's looks like a sauna, a spa bath.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a.
You know
like
what?
a spa.
It smells like
Okay.
a cistern right now. What smells like, a toilet. What's coming from that tube? But it doesn't.
Friday
Yeah.
is just gonna jump in the pool and go straight to that little mini well in there. She's like,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
have
That's
had
right,
enough.
Okay, Franny, you've had enough.
What was that?
You hop
She's
in.
like, let's get it done.
Let's have a look.
I-
You belt on over. You swim across. Issue is that the cylinder goes up quite high. When you're in the water, it's a foot high. You can sort of reach, your own height, 5 feet. But remember, this is 10 feet above.
Are you?
It'll take a big
Is the
leap
block-
and a jump or climbing check or something to get up and have.
I'm gonna climb.
Is it?
Okay, you can do a climbing check, athletics.
Here, give me a lift.
Is it?
I will
blocks
fall
from
back
above or
into the
below?
water.
Okay, you don't take any damage apart from your ego.
All right. Well, I'm gonna lift Ungo then.
Yeah, lift me up.
Okay, you give Ungo a heave and
Stand on my shoulders.
Uh-huh.
all right, Ungo. It's still climbing, but it's aided, so you have advantage. You're using Franny as a ladder. Okay, so you're all watching this miracle of height. Ungo, you get to the top, grab the lip,
All right.
look over.
What's down there?
About 10 feet down, you can see water below the level of the water that's inside, and it absolutely stinks.
Can I see anything in the water?
No.
Well, it's full of water. Anybody got any plans?
What do you like at swimming?
Uh-huh. Well, whatever. Maybe tie some rope on and go down there and take a look.
Let's get the rope involved for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a 10-foot drop. Similar.
I also have lots of rope. I have a lot of rope in my inventory.
Okay.
I have.
Let's get some rope involved and get you down there.
Yeah, I have 50 feet of tandem rope.
Oh, here's a bird.
We got
Yeah.
plenty of rope. I got rope. Everybody's got rope. Sure. Let's tie a rope on here. Hand it down to somebody's holding onto it, and just start get a big breath and swim down there and see what the deal is.
Okay.
I was gonna go down there, but okay.
Who's that, Franny?
Well, I mean, Ungo's going down there.
Well,
No, I don't mind.
if you can climb up,
I can go down.
more than one person can sit on the edge and dangle their legs over the edge.
I can help you up. I can help you up so you can go down and help him if he needs to.
I will
I
go
figure,
down
I
and
figure
help.
Gob, he's probably the smallest, so it'd probably be easiest for him to go down there and get pulled back up.
Yeah, but I don't know how deep the water is.
Okay.
Well, it's as much as 40 feet, but there should be a clog somewhere.
This is gonna be disgusting. You know what? I'm gonna get my sense of pain back.
Okay, so Slapney, you give them a hike up, and both the two of you, Ungo and Franny, you're now sitting at the lip of this thing, 10 feet off the ground, so don't fall over backwards. And you can see quite a drop down, and you can see water at the bottom. It's still.
All right. I'm gonna make sure I have my gloves on, and I'm gonna try and abseil my way down with that rope.
Can you do a climbing check with advantage?
What's that?
Athletics.
Oh, okay. Fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oi.
all right. So you climb down. Hut, 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 hut. You're doing the whole SWAT team thing. And bouncing off the wall. And suddenly your foot hits something that's a little bit spongy.
You just hear an echo of ew. Oh no. No.
I
Come
think it
on.
is.
Oh.
Should have let me go.
Okay. Let's.
You know
see.
what? I'm fucking committed.
And can you? I'm just using the initiative for what I'm describing, just so that I can, rather than everyone jumping in all at once. Let's see. And your foot touches it. And remember there was this tingling, acidic sort of feeling in the water.
Yeah.
Well, this time your foot burns and you take 14 damage to your foot.
Oh.
Oh my god, you just hear a scream echo up.
Doesn't hurt.
Still conscious?
And fucking... I'm just gonna like bounce away from the wall and kind of just like hang there. It's like, oh my god,
Okay.
oh my god, oh my god.
But you don't feel pain, so what's the problem?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't hurt.
Oh,
Yeah, but I
awesome.
see it smoking.
Awesome. Okay.
It doesn't hurt at all.
I forgot. I keep forgetting this. You put your foot down,
I forget as well.
and you've got your boot on, and you start to smell something it smells quite good.
Oh.
Do I like? What does my boot look like?
It smells a bit like pork belly.
Uh oh. I'm just gonna like. Oh fuck. I'm just gonna like jump, like kind of like release from the wall and just be like, oh, I'm burning.
Oh, what?
I'm burning.
Let go of the rope.
No. I'm not letting go of the rope. I'm just gonna. It's like I'm gonna let go. Well, I mean, I'm just. Oh my god, I'm burning. I'm gonna start climbing up.
Okay. All right. So you climb up.
I'll reach down and help her.
Yeah. You can climb up and out as your action.
I'm just like fuck.
And Ungo, you can smell it as well. It's clearly like burnt flesh.
I'm just like hopping through the. Now I'm just like, now I know what the issue was. I'm just like hopping through and just like hopping out of the pool, like fuck.
Can anybody light this up?
Slapney, it's your turn. What do you want to do? You see Franny come over.
What did you see down there?
Fuck.
What did you know?
I'm just like hopping by. I'm just like fuck. I'm cooking. And you just like smell roast pork.
It's an acid.
Get out of the water.
I am getting out of the water.
Now, Franny, what's your hit points? It's showing 13 at the moment.
Oh, it's my max is 21 because I leveled up.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm just changing it on your token.
But we didn't get killed on level up, did we?
Well,
no, but Franny.
I think that's because we took a rest, didn't we?
Yeah, we took a short rest, I'm pretty sure, and healed up.
Yep. Most people are all.
Oh yeah. Franny wasn't with us when we were fighting around. I think.
Yeah. So, Franny, what's your current hit points?
21.
Yep. Minus the. Now, how much did I forget? How much I said?
In total, it's
14
7.
damage.
Okay.
I am sitting on a neat little 7.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is from here on in, I'm going to not show what your hit points are.
Cool. So I'm just going to believe that I'm on 21 all the time.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll have to describe. So you can tell now from the smell, and you've investigated it, that Slapney has pointed out what's going on with your foot there, and your boot is starting to all dissolve.
I'm just like
and you
gag,
can,
and it was like.
And you can see that, you're very badly injured. How interesting. You can see the musculature and everything.
Smells great though.
Yeah.
Shut up.
But I'm going to throw this. We're not even burning through giving everyone a crack here. So Slapney, what do you want to do?
Well, that's nasty. That's probably what's causing the acidity. Well, he's maybe not smart enough to understand this. So, the water in the cistern, how far down from the top of the cistern is it before that water starts? Or is it all the way to the top?
About 10 feet. Bit more, 15. It looks like the water should be rising up, but it's a lot further down. Remember, the lake is 35 feet below you.
How
Gotcha.
far down in the water was she when her foot hit the thing?
Only between 5 and 10 feet down. Her foot didn't
Yeah,
touch.
so-
Her foot didn't touch the water.
So basically,
It
I
didn't
was
touch the water.
like, as I abseiled down, I made contact with a different material. I made contact with something spongy.
Before she's
and
gone to the water.
then,
Oh yeah,
Before the
yeah,
water.
yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm going
And
to
then
say that. I'm
yeah,
going
and
to say
then my
that she's
foot
fine.
melted.
Okay.
She wasn't in the water yet.
But Slapney's down the
So it's
bottom
just
now.
invisible?
Okay.
No.
Slapney will
What's a
jump up
cute?
to the top to have a look down.
Slapney, do your climbing check. There's no ladder this time. The rope is strung across from the rail to the thing.
I'm still on the ledge.
18.
I can reach down and help him up.
Okay, Slapney, I will put you. I'll put something to show that you're. Let's see.
So we're just up on the edge there, not going over or anything like
Yes. Yep. So you're up on the edge. You're sitting on it. Legs dangling over which side?
that. To the outside.
Okay. So if you fall over backwards, you fall in.
Yeah, don't want to do
Okay.
that. He'll be leaning forward, so there's something down there that burned her foot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she wasn't in the water yet.
So you've climbed up. Any
Can't see
any action you want to do, Slapney?
No,
climbed.
just to see if he can see anything down there. Just perceive and have a look.
Yeah. Okay. Can you do a perception check? Have an actual roll.
Can't see it. Can't see a thing.
Okay. No, it is very dark down there. Musty. Clapperclaw. He sprints around. Oh, did he give him his eyes and teeth? I forgot all about that.
Not yet.
We got around to do it. Yeah.
Okay, so
I think we got distracted.
so he's just bashing against the wall, going, "What's happening? What's happening? I can smell something delicious."
Shut up!
Mavis.
So maybe I guess maybe we'll be giving Eleanor some talking down. Okay, Eleanor, in improv, there's this yes and rule. You know, when someone's setting up a scene, you don't contradict them. You build upon their story.
He's criticizing Eleanor.
Okay.
But hey, I don't want to piss him off.
Yeah, but you know, when I go pretending to be some character, you do go, oh no, he's just acting. That's kind of giving it away. Don't you agree? I don't do
Well,
it
I
for
guess,
fun.
like-
I'm doing it with a purpose.
Why?
So, okay, let's try it out. I'm gonna approach you. I'm gonna improvise a scene, and you will try to build on it.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Hello,
was just
madam.
sitting on the side, like kind of just like wringing out a sock, which is just filled with blood and water. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Turn.
Yeah. So I think that's my turn.
Okay, Eleanor.
Okay.
Oh wait.
I'm, like,
then
totally
let me go like.
invested in
Oh,
this.
hello, madam. I seem to have misplaced my glasses. Would you like to help me look for them?
But you don't usually wear glasses. No, I'm kidding.
Totally missing.
I'm kidding.
What are you gonna do?
I meant to be good at performance, but actually I'm like not.
Any action or just being ready?
Oh no, she's just engrossed in this conversation now.
Okay.
Well,
So you
okay. Well, your glasses, I think maybe they're over there.
Oh, let us look for it then.
She gives like a wink. Maybe they're in that tube over there.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that.
All right. My turn.
Yes.
Ungo's going to light a torch and drop it down there.
Okay. Lighting a torch. Can you just roll a d6?
Okay.
I don't think they automatically light. If you're just doing flint and tinder, you're trying to get some out.
Oh, I could have lit it for you with prestidigitation.
Okay.
I might have asked you if it ever
was a
occurred to
mistake.
me it could
That was a
possibly
mistake.
fail.
That was a mistake. Sorry, it was a mistake.
Okay. So, Eleanor, you see Ungo rummage around in his backpack while he's sitting there. His legs are dangling like a toddler, toddler on a couch.
He's perched on the rim with 2 feet and a hand like Spider-Man.
Oh, even better. Okay. Much cooler.
Yeah.
All right, but
Just one hand trying to light a torch.
But he's trying to get the flint and tinder. It's not quite.
As an Outlander, I know how to light a torch. Come on.
Yeah, you do, but you've taken you just sunk into a lake.
That's true. It's probably a little wet still.
Yeah. And you do know how to light it. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
I'll dry out the torch for him.
Okay.
Just hit it with some fire. That will be.
Yeah.
Do you really want me to cast?
You can be like a caveman holding a torch aloft, waiting for it to just spark a fire.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do an action.
That's it. That's all I'm doing.
So I could still prestidigitation, light his torch
there you
for
go.
him.
Sure. You'll be able to do it on your turn, but can't sort of have your action conditional about what other people are doing. So you can notice that he needs it and he's holding it there. Slapney. Oh yeah, that one is to show that you're high up, isn't it? Oh, and Phryne, you've hobbled your way out.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the side, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, not just yet. Rightio. You hear this sort of coming from the tunnel below, and you think you see maybe just a glistening of light or something, and this bowl, it's like a water layer, but it's not. It's like it's full of this jelly goo stuff that's completely transparent, and it just bulges and sort of swells up like like a toilet that's blocked and it's about to overflow.
Oh God! Ugh.
And as it does, this whole goop that keeps its shape like a transparent balloon comes out, and it's like a lollipop. It's a lot bigger than the pipe itself, and forms these gloops off the side, and they bat at you. And one of them, let's see.
Smack.
They're coming out the pipe that Ungo and Slapnir.
This goop is coming out of the pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, and both of you need to do dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
This is not to be completely washed away in this tidal wave of goop.
21.
Okay, so if you want to leap away, it's going to touch you, but possibly not flow over you.
Definitely leap away.
Yeah, okay. And I see, Ungo, you've done the same with a natural 20. Okay, so for both of you, you take 11 points of damage. But leap down to ground level.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
I suppose I'm a sorcerer. I don't have any HP, so for me it's like, wow.
And this giant ball of goo flows over the side down after you and is on the ground at the end of that turn. Phryne, you see this stuff that probably hit your foot as you were going down.
Cure Wounds.
Okay, you do the cure wounds.
I need it.
Ungo,
Oh, come on.
I haven't seen your hit points. Hit
That's
points
gonna hurt.
change.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just doing it on the D&D Beyond. I'm not used to having to.
I yield 4.
Okay, Franny, you've done. So Slapney, what do you want to do?
So can we see this thing where it is?
Yeah, it's completely invisible. However, because it's glistening, like completely transparent water, you can sort of see the shimmer, the shape that it takes.
And that's right in front of us in the well there. Right, like right here. Okay, there.
Yeah, that was the last.
Okay, so I think what Slap will do is, he's gonna smack at one with his sword.
Okay,
See if
right-handed.
that does any good. Right-handed.
Yep.
Here we go with that. Oh, crit.
Oh, nice one.
So 15 damage.
Oh, let's have a look. All right, so you stab it with the short sword and then slash down, and ooze drips out of it.
Okay.
You feel like you've definitely done damage to it. Can you see a green bar for health?
No, no, not on the
cube? No.
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, now I can.
Did it.
Yep.
And then, as his bonus action, he's going to use his rabbit hop
Okay,
to hop 10 feet away without provoking an attack of opportunity.
nice. Blink.
And jump back over the stairs here.
Okay. Moving around in this water is difficult going, by the way, just for everyone. So half movement speed, obviously not when you're hopping. Clapper Claw, obviously, is blind still. Mavis.
Oh, here are my glasses then. Oh, what the fuck is that?
They've successfully unblocked the hot tub.
Good.
Is the water coming up now?
Yeah, you can hear it. It's starting to
All right.
choke its way out.
It's a biongo.
Yeah. So, I'm just gonna go back into the room.
Okay, Eleanor.
And if I can, I will use my action to hide.
Okay.
Did I see the big
Yes, you can.
ship?
Yeah, you can. It's hard to see, but you see that there's huge... It's like a bubble, looking at a...
You definitely saw me and Slopney jump away.
Can I, from the angle that I'm at though, can I see any part of it?
Yes, it's 10 feet tall.
And can I see where it stood, like on the bottom? Can I see the water underneath it? Like where its bottom is, or can I only see it over the thing?
You can see it over the rail and over Ungo, which is sort of in the way between you and...
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just
7
gonna...
feet taller
I have
than me.
movement, so I'm gonna move
Okay.
so I can see
Yep, you've got a
where it is.
you've got a clear line now.
Right, I need a DM's thing here because I googled it, but basically, I have a spell in which I can create a attack spell in which I can create a magical bonfire underneath anything, right?
Yep.
But it's not. It says that regardless of the conditions, this bonfire lasts until the duration of the spell. So, would I be able to create the bonfire under this creature, which then does 1d8 fire damage?
You would believe you'd be able to
at the start and
create
end of its turn.
Yeah, you reckon you'd be able to create the bonfire.
Yeah,
The creature is inside water ponds though, so...
it's magic
Yeah.
fire.
Exactly, but it's magic fire rather than.
but
That's what I was wondering.
So,
if it
so
would
there's a
work.
specific spell that allows you to light flame underwater. And the one that you're talking about, I think, is Create Fire. That's...
No,
create
it's
bonfire,
create
yeah.
bonfire, but it
Yeah,
says regardless of the conditions,
He
the
said it's fine,
bonfire
it's fine.
stays
Don't-
lit until the end of the
You're cool.
duration of the spell.
I guess.
You can cast it.
I can cast it. Whether it'll work or not is a different thing. I've been looking up different DM rulings and I'm like,
That's all right.
oh shit.
We'll give you the
But,
benefit of the doubt that you can cast this bonfire and it will flame up at least
Sure.
for a time.
Create a bonfire underneath the cube, and it ignites any flammable object within its area.
Yep.
And also, a creature must also make a dexterity saving throw now, and also when it moves into the space for the first time, or on a turn, or ends its turn there. So if it ends its turn and it's still within the duration of my fire, it still has to...
So it failed its save, so you can roll damage. It takes some burning damage from the fire.
It's not. Oh,
D8.
flash roll. Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, keep fire.
All right. So the bonfire's there. It's underneath it. You can see the crackling, crisping away, and steam coming from it. And 2 damage for now.
Hoping it's flammable.
And you've done some movement. It doesn't seem to just catch like a. It's not.
Darn.
Ungo.
Darn.
Unless,
sewer gases, you know.
I want to double check how we're ruling something before I decide what I'm going to do for my turn.
Okay.
Can I draw the short bow and fire it in the same turn?
yes.
Okay, good. I will disengage with my bonus action.
Yep.
Goblin, and then I think I can move to here.
Yep. That'll use half your movement, sort of thing.
Well, I think it's all my movement
20,
because it's difficult terrain.
Yes.
And then I'll shoot my short bow from there.
Okay.
I ooze of some sort.
Yep. Roll to hit. Looks very easy to hit. It sounds like shooting a mattress.
Yep.
Oh,
for only all of 9.
Okay.
That's all right. That's good.
Awesome. Okay, so you can see that the arrow spears in and then slows down and then shoots out the other side. But it goes slowly through, slowing down, but it was good enough to punch through.
And I guess I might as well just... Oh, it's bigger than me, right? So I'm going to do the extra...
Oh, whoops. Sorry, ignore that.
Or what is it called? Fury of the Small or something? Yeah, Fury of the Small. So 3 more.
Another 3. Okay.
Yeah. And then I don't see any reason why not. I'll just go ahead and surge and shoot it again.
Okay, roll to hit. Action surge.
Wow.
Heroic Ungo. Hits
For
again.
4. Ooh. So that's 16 damage on my turn.
Okay. Now, just for your for the purposes of this, normally whenever you're shooting arrows, unless there's some special conditions, you can always just automatically recover half of them.
Yeah.
In this case, you get none of them back.
Right.
Just because they're going to be consumed by this.
Dissolved.
Yep. Okay. This creature sort of shimmers and wobbles a minute. It looks like it's making some sort of decision, and then goops its way over to Slapney. It swarms over him. And it's going to form a... No, it's not. It's going to try and engulf you.
Ooh.
Run away.
Can you roll
That's why I went away.
Can you roll a DC dexterity saving throw, Slapney?
A dex save.
Yep.
Here we go. Got an 11. Going to use his reaction, which is lucky footwork.
Okay.
He can add a die 4 to a dex save.
Okay.
So
nice.
14.
All right.
Nice.
So you managed to sort of dodge out the way. Well, you don't dodge out
That
the
is
way.
lucky
You
for
just don't get engulfed. It still touches you. Hang on. It still has to. Bear with me for a sec. No, it doesn't. So you can dodge out the way.
For you.
The thing is, it keeps coming.
Uh-oh.
Which way do you want to go? You've already dodged out the way, so you're now running. It's like a little Benny Hill sort of scenario.
Yeah, cool. He'll go this way.
Okay.
Try and draw it away from his friends.
Okay. Move one more time, and then we move to Franny.
Up there if you can.
You can see that Slapney's now being chased by this huge glob.
All right. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. Roll to hit.
So it has to make a DC Dex save of 13,
Oh,
or it takes 1 damage.
natural 20, which makes it a 16 because it gets -4 to its saving throw.
Fucking hell.
Huh?
It takes no damage.
No damage. No.
No damage.
Slapney.
Okay. Slapney is, as a bonus action, going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
He's going to hit at one and give himself advantage on the attack
Okay.
with the Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
So here we go. So 17.
17 hits.
So he's going to do this damage. 9. He does an extra die 8 from the Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
So he does 2 with that.
Yep.
So 11 all up. And then he, with Zephyr Strike, can move and not provoke an attack of opportunity and move double his movement rate.
Nice.
So he's just going to run around here and say, guys, there's a big thing over there.
Okay. Mavis.
Okay, I guess, so since I've taken hide action
Yes.
previously, I guess I can attack with advantage.
Yes.
So I'll try that with my little crossbow. That's 16.
16. Okay, that's a hit.
Yeah, and I'll burn my Bardic Inspiration die
Okay.
to use Psychic Blades, which is additional 2d6.
Nice.
So that's first crossbow damage, and then I'm gonna roll in here 2d6. 2 ones, nice.
So, how much damage in total? Oh, 10.
Yep.
Okay. Boom. It's now quite badly injured and leaking all over the place. Eleanor.
Now go back into cover.
Okay.
My movement, and that's it.
Okay. Use my movement to 10, 15, 20, 30.
Okay.
Try and I will use yeah, I'll just cast a firebolt at it.
Okay. That's a roll to hit, I
something.
believe.
Yeah. No.
Armor class 7. Hits.
No, it hits.
Hits.
Okay.
Wow.
And that's 7 fire damage.
Not dexterous.
No.
Very not dexterous.
Dex is its dump stat. Okay. Very good.
Sorry, ignore that.
Ungo.
Alright, I guess I'll just shoot another short bow from where I am.
Okay.
I think I got a clear enough shot because it's so big.
Yes.
9 more piercing damage. And then I will skedaddle over to the stairwell, and I think I should be able to hide from it in there.
Yeah, you can get enough cover to warrant a stealth check with a natural one.
But I trip, and I fall.
Okay.
And make noise.
The gelatinous cube sort of does the whole I see you. Okay. Now, you see, while you guys are slowed down in here, it's sort of its natural habitat, and it moves. And
Oh god.
dashes.
Oof.
Done.
Oh god.
And
No.
Franny,
I
that's
was hoping it'd come to me.
Franny, that's enough for you to need to dive out of the way. Can you roll a dexterity saving throw?
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
Yeah, but like that gelatin, like that friggin' thing, it is also my dump stat.
What we got? Get lucky.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah!
Natural
I rolled a
20.
I rolled a nat 20.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Lucky.
And because it's sort of gooping as fast as it can go, it didn't get an action, so it can't even attack at you as you try to move away from it. Franny, you can reply in turn. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna smack it, and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds
Oh,
with my mace.
Okay. Roll to hit.
21.
Okay. Roll your damage for your inflict wounds.
13 damage.
Oh. Okay, it's lost most of its consistency. There's hardly, it's quivering in place, but it's still not collapsed and still mobile.
And I'm gonna move away. 1.
Did you touch
10,
it with your hand?
15. No, I smacked it with my mace.
Oh, I was like,
5, 10, 15,
man.
20, 25, 30.
Okay.
I mean, technically, for inflict wounds, you have to touch it.
Yeah, it should be your hand, but whatever.
Yep.
No, it says like,
touch.
yeah, make a melee attack spell against a
Melee spell attack, you just like touch it.
We'll give
You actually can't cast that with it in your mace in your hand, but whatever.
I always thought it was like.
We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's assume that your glove is now
fine,
acided,
singed.
Yes. That was Franny. Slapney.
Okay, Slapney's gonna grab out his second sword.
Okay.
Run in. Have 2 attacks.
Oh, you like Clapperclaw. Go for it.
That's it. So main hand, 10.
Okay.
So hit, I guess. You said 7 hit. 5 damage.
Okay. And that and the other one is enough to and it all pops and leaks and goo goes everywhere.
Yeah. Slap it.
Nice work, guys.
All right.
Well, we cleared the cistern.
Mm.
I assume you stopped focusing on the fire thing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That can go.
And you've now, after a while, you start to see a fountain of water flow over. And although initially it's all a bit festy, eventually it's that freer flowing water from below, which is still not great, but it's fresh water from Bavlorna standards.
Okay, cool. Let's go check the other room.
Well, Franny, let's go make you feel pain again, Franny.
I don't think I'm ready for that.
Not a good time.
Especially when I'm pretty much just, I've only just sealed the so I'm pretty sure.
I wonder if there's something we could take a long rest, maybe.
Do we want to get Mavis's back first?
Yeah, before we go back up to... I don't think you people understand. It's not only about getting the thing back.
Tell us your story, Mavis. Why are you so reluctant?
She's evil.
We're here to help. We're here to
don't
help.
know.
Tell us, and we can do what we can to help you work through this, Mavis.
Well, just putting aside all the shit that happened in this land, I guess. Since the crones took over. The thing that he or someone else took from me. Let's just say the past 8 years weren't really a breeze. It's not just the loss, everything that came with it. I'm not a vengeful person, but that one needs to die.
Well, maybe all of those longer term goals can be achieved once you guys get your
Things back.
your little things back. Then we can start looking at the bigger picture and working out what we can do about, righting the wrongs of the land.
Yeah, it's definitely a wrong. We heard from Talonvor, and I forget her name, but that bard back in the carnival, and then from the people here, she's evil. Zabilda was a nice ruler, and now she took it over, and they're not following the laws, and she's letting the bandits rule the land, and it's a nasty swamp. Like if you defeat Lorna, we'll be heroes. But apparently,
now everything makes sense contextually.
Not today.
Exactly.
Well, Mavis, I just have one question. If you are going to attack them, can I first try and bargain for that nice hat? That I just want to ask for, I want that lady's hat. like I really want it, so like I would like to do that before we get into combat because like what if it gets damaged?
Okay, I didn't know the story behind it, but I see it is important too. So yes.
But hey,
Well, look,
I don't think we're ready to do it today.
there's all these big things happening, and to be honest, Slappy doesn't really understand this. They're all too much for him to comprehend. But you not having your shadow, and you not being able to feel pain, and you not having compassion,
And me not
they're
having
things that
hat.
Slapney can help with. And you not having a hat, they're things that Slapney feels like he can help with. So we've done a task. Why don't we go get our payment for that, whether it's compassion or whether
A
it's
hat.
ability to feel pain, or whether it's both. I think she said they would give us both if we then promise to go
we
do
can
something else
get
for them.
both. We just
Yeah,
got to
that's
promise
amazing.
to come back.
And
Let's
how
go get
about
the payment and
yeah,
work out what's next.
yeah, but how about we
And then
use
I'll
our
bargain for the
overwhelming
cat.
numbers to slaughter them all, so they can't ever take anything like that from anyone ever again.
Well, we don't
Might
have
I
to want to
Why
do
remind
that.
don't we come back and do that when we're better prepared?
Maybe we can
Might
get
I remind
Talibor
you-
to help.
Exactly. Might I remind you what happened last time to you? You got smacked, you got stabbed, killed, eaten, regurgitated, and then healed.
Yes, I feel
I
you.
do have to
I,
ask her very nicely.
I
to let
hear
go.
you. I feel your pain, but I think
Apparently you don't, because I don't feel any.
It was his pain.
Semantics.
Actually.
yes, I feel your pain for you. My point is, I think back then I wasn't really having all the support could have had.
Because
I
we
had your
knew
back, Mavis.
that
I
we
was
were
on
outclassed.
board.
I know.
Eleanor, how did these people get anything done before we showed up?
I don't know.
You got eaten, Mavis. You got eaten.
You just. Goodness, do you guys always just resort to violence for everything?
Mavis,
Okay.
I understand where you're coming from, but I'm not gonna die on this hill.
I really don't think you do. Not being people.
Well,
People would pay money. People do pay money for the ability to not feel pain. You got easy. There are people who lost much more important things.
But you need to feel whole. You need to be whole.
Yes.
Yes. But if you're going to go in there guns blazing and you're going to get yourself killed again, I'm not going to put my neck out to stop it, because they are severely overwhelming.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not in a mood to fight those people. They look like
They will squash us
way
like
more
a
competent
bug.
than what we are. Yes, it's not the
If-
time.
Maybe we
If we
can just
if we
go
ever have to
in
fight them, it's not the
without
time now.
8 years. 8 years I've waited for this.
So I mean,
If
so
we leave here, I'm afraid we'll never get another chance to face those people.
but the
She
question
told
is,
us to come back.
do you
She
want your
wants us to
compassion
come
back?
back.
Listen, I think you're jumping to some conclusions there. The point
Well,
is,
I'm asking you the question.
what I've lost, I really want it back. But that's not about it. What I've lost is what I've lost. But there are
Well,
others,
there's-
hundreds, thousands by now probably, who lost other things. The carnival doesn't appear every 8 years. I think it appears somewhere, every moment, all the time. People are losing things.
But before you can help them, you need to heal yourself, Mavis.
Well, if certain magically inclined cleric would like to heal me, sure, but I think there's some kind of dissonance of goals here.
Well, I
Yeah.
kind of feel like we've got a payment due to us that will at least get you over that step, and then you can start fulfilling these other goals. I'm just a
No
dumb
way,
witch.
Mavis.
I don't know these things.
get their things back, and then once we have everything we want, then
We'll
maybe
help
we can
everyone
just
else.
kill them.
Yeah.
But like,
Don't worry,
let's
Mavis.
just make sure we get our end of the bargain, because she did say that some of the things that were taken were from her sister. So maybe if we kill them, then the sister won't want to play ball, and then we can't get all. So let's just get the things
Let
back first, come back to collect it, get the stuff, stab them.
Sometimes if
Let
something's all
me
crinkled
refuse.
up, you need to let it uncrinkle itself.
All right, let's just go up there.
I really want
Do
this
you guys
happen.
want to roll persuasion to convince Mavis, maybe, or something?
Sure.
I think it's probably better as a vote, because otherwise one person can effectively determine the
Yeah.
whole.
Eleanor, seriously, let's just go up there and see if these guys follow us.
Yeah.
All right. You move inside, and you can see that there's two of these lawnlings near Bavlorna. One over by the
where's
fireplace.
The hat lady?
The hut lady is nowhere to be seen. And Celeste and
Well, I'm going.
Phryne, there's another one of these little speedy nippy buggers at the top of the stairs, just peering at you over through the rail. Bavlorna's sort of bending over, hunched, and she's got this huge, like a pustule on her back that she's sort of dropped her nightie down over one shoulder, and she's going, oh, get that, oh, and she sort of tenses her arm, and it opens up, and then
stop,
and there's
No, keep going.
there's it's sort of like a boil about 3 feet across bursts, and another lawnling is born, and it leaks onto the ground, and then sort of flaps away in its ooze for a bit, and she looks around at them and she says, "Oh, get that for me, will you, love?" And
Sure. Go pick it up.
and there's another
the miracle of birth.
It's a boy.
By the way, Mavis looks absolutely unfazed by that.
Okay.
Flamethrower.
Aliens. And she says, "Oh, how did you go?"
Can you smell the cistern?
We cleared it out. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
The news.
Neither do I, but I'm not touching it. And she says,
Eleanor's keeping an eye on Mavis.
And then her eyes sort of roll back a little bit. And she says, "It's time." And she sort of waddles over and says, "Come."
Are we going at the door?
We follow.
I gotta go in about 20 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully there'll be no...
I can't go through the door.
It's
The
okay.
door's closed.
The door's locked.
Hold on. Ah,
The time has come. Oh,
whoops.
Oh, that's weird.
There we go. Has anyone been left behind?
I think everyone
No.
except for Mavis and Celeste.
There we go. I think everyone is now back in the slime room.
oh, the slime.
Gonna
And-
second wind real quick.
Yeah, no worries. And she goes down and hobbles down, and then these 3 lawnlings reach over the edge and start to sort of baste her. And her cracked, chafed skin starts to sort of smooth over and swell back up. And she goes, oh, I've been waiting a long time for that. And she says, "Come down here, lovey." To you, Phryne.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I'm gonna go take a bath with the hag.
Okay, so you hold down, and she says, and she sort of
Wait.
reaches down into a dress somewhere and reaches her hand in and rummages around, and she pulls this out and says, you paid with pain, and I used it. I fashioned it into this. Are you vowing to return within 8 days with the painting, with the portrait?
I look at Mavis.
Mavis is gonna use his cantrip message to contact Phryne and go, "Stab her in the throat."
It's just like glaring at you. Like it's like, okay, well I'll look to the voice of reason of the group. Slackney and Eleanor. What do you say?
How will we get there in 8 days? Is that
Well,
realistic?
firstly, did you just get your ability to feel pain back?
Not yet.
No,
I
Well,
think this is a good idea.
But well, if you're going to get your ability to feel pain back from what we just did, well, why don't we let Mavis decide whether we're going to return the painting in 8 days?
Well, wait, Ungo wants to know, we don't know where we're going. How do we know to get there in days? How far is it?
I can arrange
That's a good
that.
question.
You can take one
That's
of
a
the.
good point.
You can take one of the balloons.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Can we?
I'll be more than happy to go, but it's got to be Mavis's decision, I think.
Mavis is just
Please, Mavis. I really want to ride a balloon.
I made a deal here once, never again.
Don't worry, Mavis, we got it.
I'll take the deal on your behalf. I'll take the
Yeah, what
bad
can we get out of it?
Come
We'll get the
on.
painting, but I get his compassion.
Come on, Mavis. Think about the balloon. And Hat Lady had a balloon. Maybe I can get a hat from her on the way. Please.
Have some compassion for her need for a hat, Mavis.
My head is so cold. And I use prestidigitation to make some snowflakes, an illusion of some snowflakes around me.
If Mavis has got something bigger driving his decisions, then in the end, I guess we need to respect that.
She says, I've got a counter offer.
Mm-hmm.
You lot go, and I will eat this one.
What?
That is tempting, but I'm getting a bit of a soft spot.
I don't think you have any right to eat
I
him.
don't want you to eat him.
Oh, okay.
But if you were going to eat him under the rule of reciprocity, what would you give us?
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity, yeah, but we'd get
Reciprocity.
Back from giving you Mavis.
Slappy's got no chance of saying that. Yeah, if you ate Mavis, what would you give us back?
He attacked me in my own home, broke the rule of
yeah.
hospitality.
As far as I know, I got
did.
stabbed before I even got to do anything. So
You already ate him for that.
But
Yeah,
you
that's
got
right.
one person on it.
Yeah, that's true. Good point, Ungo.
Mavis
Yeah,
haven't
well,
done anything yet. He got just randomly stabbed.
The only reason you got stabbed is because you were going for your components or whatever. Initiative was rolled.
Yeah,
We're in combat.
but I haven't done anything yet, which is important.
No.
You haven't successfully done anything yet. No, that's right.
Well,
I think to break it down, we've done a task to get Phryne's
yeah,
ability to
so
feel pain
I
back.
think you should give
Okay.
Phryne her pain
We
back
have this
because
talk.
you
You
did
lot-
promise.
You lot do what you think is right. But you, Hag, you have my word. I will be back here. Hell or high water.
Oh, well, there, you just promised you'd come back. So let's get the...
Yeah.
let's get the thing.
Let's
But
get the
Mavis,
painting, come back with the
you're already saying that, Mavis, because you've got no compassion.
Well, how about you two can duke it out once, we get back with the painting and we get the things back. Is this a fair compromise?
Well, I agree with that. Why don't we just go get these paintings back? And then see what we can bargain for
Mavis,
afterwards.
we won't stop you if you want to pick a fight here. That's not related to us. If you want to pick a fight when we get back,
Fair enough, I guess.
does this sound fair?
Can you
Lord
roll
Lorna?
Can you roll a persuasion with advantage?
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. She says.
I'm rolling horribly today.
Yeah. She says. Right. So. You lot are vowing to bring me back this painting within 8 days.
Yeah, no, don't push words in my mouth.
Oh, but I'm vowing.
she's not-
I will vow on
she's not-
behalf of the.
Yep. You are not, and she points at you, Mavis. If you return with the painting, I'll give this one his thing back, or not.
Yes.
Wait, I thought you were going to give it to us now, if we vowed.
He's not.
No.
He's not vowing.
Ah.
Exactly.
Okay. And she says that's a deal. And
Well, wait a minute. No, stop. We don't need to vow anything if we're not getting anything now. Back, and if and when we bring it back,
Oh, she's not giving Franny her thing back until she gets the painting as well.
Oh, yeah.
She's breaking her word right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, Lorna, you did say if we did the task for you of unblocking the drain, you would give 1 gift back. Or to get the painting for 2.
There was no deal.
So
There was a deal.
I'll give you your things back if you give me those 2.
All right, let's attack.
No, let's get the paintings. It's probably easier than attacking. Where do we get? Where do we have to get these paintings from? What do we have to do to get those?
She'll describe it to you, and I can do that throughout the week.
Okay.
All right.
And she'll provide as best direction and provide a means to get to the next realm.
And as part of the deal, you need to give us somewhere nice to sleep for the night because we're all very tired.
shattered, really tired.
You can sleep with the frogs.
Yeah, slap his head worse.
Yeah, I like frogs.
Okay, so is that it? She wants to know.
I guess.
Okay. So a deal is done. You feel something happen, and Franny, you feel a horrible sensation in your foot.
I'm sure I'm feeling pain.
Yes, and you haven't felt this for many years. She also gives you this tiny little, like a locket type thing on a necklace, and she says, "I fashioned your pain. I molded it. I used it to create this item. Your pain returns. You may not thank me, but here, this is yours in physical form." And what you've got is a little magical locket. It's yours, and you can attune to it. Happens almost instantly, and it's a periaptive wound closure.
Yeah. Very nice.
So basically, you don't have to roll death saves, I think.
Yeah.
That's it.
You do. You do have to roll them. You don't have. You automatically stabilize on your turn. If someone stabs you, you lose you fail saving throws.
Yeah, I mean that's without rolling. You just lose them.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so so you, and that doesn't count towards your 3 attuned items either, because it's actually an aspect of you, and you feel whole once again.
You can kind of just see her buckle. It's like, oh my god, everything hurts.
Slapney's just going to punch her in the arm a little bit, gently, but punch her in the arm.
It feels it. You feel it. And she says, "Attend to me," to her little lawnlings, and says, "Show them and call the frogs." And one of the little lawnlings goes and leads you down the stairs, the circular stairway that you came from. And then the lawnling jumps into the water and swims off like a frog towards the king. And the frogs come back and they're very curious. The king wants to know what happened. Did you return the painting? Was she okay with it? He looks a bit tentative, as if he was expecting trouble. You're able to rest overnight and have a long rest, enough to gain 2nd level spells and assign them and all of that. And the following day, Sir Morgwort is released from prison, and he is assigned to pilot your balloon when you leave. There's a few individuals who can guide, who know the way through the mists between realms, and one of those is Clapperclaw.
Yeah.
Clapper.
During our downtime, I'm just going to kind of carve out eye sockets and a mouth socket to create this demented looking face.
Yeah. Okay.
That never blinks.
Yes. All right. So
I'll give you one.
It's just 2 eyes.
Awesome.
Eyes in, mouth.
Okay, so he's got 1 glass eye, 1 wooden eye, and the dentures that you found are now part of his built in there. So he's got this perfect wooden teeth. and 2 eyes that can now see. So we can now.
And a carrot for a nose as well.
Yeah.
Get on too.
All right. Nice one.
Now, the only thing I need to get rid of is that chicken foot necklace.
I'll take it.
All right.
No, I need to figure out what it does first, if
Right.
it does anything.
Okay.
Oh, these are all your
The
trinkets.
weirdest thing.
And I guess before we like long rest, Mavis would approach Phryne. Like, now that you can feel pain, maybe you can actually emphasize what it feels like for 8 years. Every morrow, every dawn, every
Oh
evening,
God.
all the fucking time.
Sound
Good
of
night.
silence plays in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, darkness,
Before we
my old
leave, by
friend.
the way, I do want to go back to where the merchant, quote unquote, merchant balloon owned by Charm was, and see if I can
It is gone.
persuade.
It's gone.
No, Mavis, you
Yeah.
asshole!
Yeah.
What? I didn't do anything about the balloon.
You went to attack while she was there, and now I can't get my hat.
And a couple of hours into your long rest, you hear like an alarm raised and this screaming from Bavlorna from all across the thing. Where's my things? Thieves, thieves! And there's some big commotion going on in the middle of the lake.
There we go.
What the fuck?
Slatney will just shrug and roll over and go back to sleep.
I didn't want to point fingers, but certain someone took a love letter.
Some eyes.
Oh no, the eyes! Tiny!
Oh, the karma. Oh,
They're not
yes.
mine now, are they?
Oh, well,
Not
Friday,
mine now.
Luckily, you can't feel. Oh.
They're not mine now.
Well,
Plus, that love letter was not hers, it was for Bartholomew.
ah,
And I'm gonna go find him.
Okay.
The eyes belong to the scarecrow, and the letter is going to be placed in the hands of Bartholomew.
yeah, let's just frame the scarecrow, right? And say, oh, he took him. And then just...
That's too mean. Come on.
No way.
He's such a sweetheart.
I know, I could never, but, you know,
We
just
could
in
get
case,
Sapclaw.
worst case scenario, you know, they are, in fact, attached to his face, so he hasn't got much of a leg to stand on.
Well, at least we got
Just
a
to
long
bear
rest,
that in mind.
which is first time since we got in the Feywild, I think.
Yes. Oh, you've had plenty of long
No,
rest. It was a few days of
That's some
travel.
long rest. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Was it? Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that where we're wrapping up for tonight? dear?
Yeah, it is. So I'm just bringing you across to where the goodbye balloon is. And you can
Oh, yes.
see on your map here.
Ah, that's where we passed with the little string.
The ropes, yeah.
I'm probably. I mean, definitely we don't have time for it today, but I think before we leave, it would be nice to try to contact the resistance.
Yeah.
I got the note from someone at the party.
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay, so
That's for the next
Cool.
time.
so we'll leave it for here. You can tell me throughout the week and decide whether you're going to try and spend any more time here, or if you're deciding to head off next first light or whatnot. But so Morgwort's with you, Clapperclaw's with you. It's a party of 8 at this point, and you're going into this giant basket with a patchwork balloon. Morgwort's
Oh, I thought it was gonna be one of those cool ones with the lightning and stuff.
Oh no! This is
Duh! Eleanor is thoroughly
a
disappointed
regular
upon seeing
balloon.
her balloon.
No.
If you help me murder them, then you would have your hat.
Well, hindsight. Next
Yeah,
time I'm
I
not
said
taking.
2020.
Now we need to find Charm. That's now that's my hit list. My character finally has a goal.
Right. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to play some music and then we'll close off.
Definitely think we should find Illig, the Baron of Muckstump, next.
Oh yeah, Baba Yaga.
All right, here we go.
Spoilers.
Archangel bow before God's throne, Lord, a gift to me, to fight against the dragon's power, to fight against the dragon's power out of my own free will.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, that's fun.
And
Thanks, guys. That was good.
next fortnight.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.